This little girl is hanging from the window and crying, "Mom, help me, please, Mom." Hearing her voice, the little girl's father rushes downstairs and somehow saves her. He holds her and says, "My love, are you okay?" He becomes very angry and starts calling for his wife and the maid. Carrying his daughter, he enters the house. The maid runs to him and says, "Yes, sir, how can I help you?" Just then, his wife walks in and says, "But my love, what is going on? Why did you call us like that? Why are you so upset?" The man says, "How is it possible that no one is looking after the child?" Then he turns to the maid and says, "You were supposed to take care of her." Then to his wife, he says, "And you're her mother." The wife replies, "Look, my love, I was looking after our son, and she, the maid, is the one who should take care of the girl." The maid says, "Sir, The man interrupts, "No excuses. I can't believe you people can't even do this right." The wife says, "Taking care of the girl is your responsibility." The maid says, "Sir, I need to tell you something. I'm not here just for the job. I love this child too, but I must say, you should be very careful. This house is not safe for her." The wife says, "My love, it's clear this woman is not fit to take care of the child. It's better if we remove her from here." The little girl says, "But Papa, she didn't do anything wrong." The man says, "I'm sorry, but I can't ignore this. This is about my daughter's life." The girl tries to say something, but the father stops her. "My love, no, don't say anything. Please go to your room." The girl hugs the maid tightly and walks away sadly. The maid is thrown out of the house. The little girl goes to her room and sits quietly in a corner. Her stepmother comes to her and says, "And listen, it's better if you stay quiet, because only your papa can give you things. And you don't want me to tell him anything, right?" The girl replies, "No, please, not my papa. Don't say anything to him." The stepmother leaves. The girl runs away and finds the maid in the park. She runs to her and hugs her. The maid says, "My love, what are you doing here? What happened?" The girl says, "Papa was wrong to send you away. I don't want to live with them. That woman doesn't love me. She treats me badly." The maid says, "Don't worry, my love. Everything will be okay. Come with me." The maid hugs her and takes her home. Meanwhile, the father is yelling at his wife, "How is it possible the girl is not in the house? You were looking after her." The wife says, "I left her in the room to play." Just then, the father sees the girl. He runs to her and says, "My love, where were you? I was so worried about you." The wife looks at the maid and says, "And you? What are you doing with the girl? Came to steal something? Wasn't the morning enough?" The maid replies, "One moment, madam. I won't let you speak to me like that. I would never do something like that. Unlike you, this child is not a burden to me." The man says, "What are you saying? How can you speak about my wife like that? She's not like that." The maid says, "You're wrong. I have proof, a video where everything is clear." And the man says, "Video? How? My wife never allowed cameras in the house." The maid shows him the video on her phone. The wife says, "This is all a lie. I don't know why she's doing this." The maid says, "So the truth can come out." A little earlier, the maid had turned on her phone camera and left it hidden. The little girl says to her stepmother, "Mommy, can I hold my baby brother?" The stepmother says, "I told you not to call me mommy." The girl asks, "But you love my brother. Why don't you love me?" The stepmother replies, "'Cause he's my son. You're nothing to me. You're just part of my plan." She goes into the room, closes the door, and hangs the girl outside the window again. The maid says, "That's why I couldn't help her, because she locked me in." The man says, "I can't believe what I'm seeing. And you, why did you betray me? I trusted you. I gave you everything you asked for. I told you to care for my daughter." The wife says, "No, my love. Everything the maid is saying is a lie. I swear I didn't do anything." The man asks, "Then what is all this? Tell me." The wife finally says, "Fine. Now you know the truth. I can't stand your daughter. I only care about my son. I loved you, but now I'm done. I'm leaving with my son. He is the only one that matters to me." She tries to leave, but the man stops her. "Wait, you're not taking my son. You can leave, but with nothing, just like you came." He takes the baby from her and says to the maid, "Please call the police." The woman pleads, "No, please, don't call the police. I'm leaving, please." The man says, "No, you're not going anywhere. You'll face the consequences of your actions." She gets what she deserves.